Now, one of my aunties, who to be fair wasn't the greatest cook the world's ever seen, used to make a chili con carne, and she put a whole teaspoon of curry powder in it. So I don't think she was quite worked out what it was supposed to be, apart from the fact that it wasn't supposed to have any bloody curry powder in. It had no flavour and no heat whatsoever. But it's not supposed to be blow your head off, because it was created first by some restaurateurs in Texas, Mexican restaurateurs, who introduced in the 1880s this dish. So they didn't want to confront the locals too much. So they made it sort of, I'm not saying it's mild, but they made it sort of in the middle, but not like my auntie's version. Anyway, I think it's a terrific dish. I really do like it very much, particularly if it's made properly. What I like about it too is, yes, there's a bit of beef in it, but there's lots of veggies in it too. I love stews with veggies in, and this is basically a stew. So what we've got here is 4 cloves of garlic. We've got a couple of stalks of celery and 2 red capsicums, depending on the size. If they're huge, just 1. A couple of red onions and a medium carrot, all diced. As I said, I like dishes that have lots of veggies because it just gives extra flavour, doesn't it? So we saute those, not until they're soft, but until they've started the cooking process. I love people who, and you see recipes like it all the time, is they say saute an onion for 3 minutes. What's going to happen in 3 minutes? Nothing. So this will take, I would say, 5 to 10 minutes. But as I said, you just want the cooking process started. Because if you do it completely raw, what happens is it doesn't develop the same flavour. My theory anyway. What we do next add is 750 grams of fairly lean beef. You don't want too much. A little bit of fat's fine, Fat's flavour, but not too much. Now, you may notice I have changed the wok. I've got a bigger one. I suddenly thought to myself, I'm never going to get all of that in there. Let's add some flavourings. A good tablespoon of brown sugar from Ruth's lovely little containers. Good teaspoon of cinnamon and a good teaspoon of cumin. And also, just to make me happy, one of my favourite ingredients, some smoked paprika. A heaped teaspoon of that. And we just toss that around just to toast that a bit. And to that I will then add 2 cans of diced tomatoes, some beef stock. See what I mean about needing a bigger wok? I would have been in real problems. About half a cup of the beef stock. 1 can of red kidney beans, which I have drained and rinsed. And also some chipotle in adobo. Good big teaspoon of that. Now that has a bit of a kick to it, so depending on how hot you want it, be a bit careful. Alright, some salt. You don't need any pepper, you've got those spices. And 50 mils of sherry vinegar. I don't think they've ever heard of sherry vinegar in Mexico, but I love this stuff. Maybe after I've made this, everyone in Mexico will start, or Texas actually, will start adding sherry vinegar to their chilies. It certainly would have helped me aunts. And what we're going to do is then add some oregano, fresh oregano, a small bunch of that, just the leaves chopped, and mix that up, and we're going to cook that for about, I reckon 15 or 20 minutes. But you'll know, like how the Italians say, you cook with your nose, you'll smell it. The whole house will smell it. So cook it down till it's thick and fragrant, mashing it every now and then. I reckon this is looking rather good. Smells good. The whole house smells of this. Let's just have a taste. Just see if it needs any salt. That is ripper. The thing that I would mention to you, it is very spicy, so if you're not really big on lots of chili, don't put as much of the chipotle in. Now, to make something to cool it down a little, some sour cream. I'm making a Baja crema to go on the top, which is made with sour cream, mayonnaise, bit of chili. You know that I like chili, so I'm getting a bit excited here. Some chopped coriander and some fresh lime juice. So just mix that up quite well. We're also going to cut up an avocado. Hopefully this is nice and ripe, because I saw in the paper just recently a doctor saying that The thing that comes into casualty the most is people who have not been able to cut their avocado. So here it is, you cut it in half, you put your knife in like that, give it a twist, and out that comes. Then, and only then, you grab a spoon and you lift that out. Turn it over, you've got your avocado, you've got your stone, and all we need is to serve. Flick some of the Baja crema over the top. And you can serve some on the side for those who find it a little spicy, because this will cool it down, won't it? Now, to go with this, I challenged my dear mate Neil Prentice on this one, because it's hard to match something to Chipotle. And his idea was a nice Malbec from Argentina, which is mellow and smooth, and he says is brilliant with Chipotle. And who am I to disagree? Guys, to show your support for my channel and to keep in the loop, subscribe. It's easy to do, and don't forget, it's free. Okay, cheers.